cars go by, but it's towards the end of the day, and I'm glad. Try to come with a video. How are you? I'm out here. This is where I usually am, outside. But Lady Outside is online too. I have classes every Sunday. Well, here for the month of August at least. Every Sunday. And we're talking about different things. How to start a business with oil fragrances. How to start a business outside. Everything as far as the product is oil fragrances, but it can be any fragrance that you want to offer. I know people people get oils from all over the place. And so do I. I specialize in offering quality to my customers out here, and they're picky. And I've been out here for quite a while. Lady Outside. LadyOutside.com. LadyOutside.com. Quality oil fragrances. LadyOutside.com. That's me. Renee McDaniel. And I'm at the end of the day, and I'm kind of just soaking up the sun. It's hot. And I like it like that. I said I like it like that. I like it hot. But today's fragrance that's been really, really hot out here is the mango butter. I don't know if you're into mango butter or not, but I got the mango butter going on out here. And I just do the pound. I know you guys probably do, however you do it, but this is the pound that I have. And this probably will be gone, I'd say, definitely by the weekend. By the weekend it'll probably be gone. But mango butter, if you haven't tried that, if you want to add that to your business, maybe you can. Like I said, every Sunday I have a class. I'm going to post the number down below. It's Sunday. This Sunday it's going to be how to do it in business, how to do it. I've had a couple of more classes. The one was how to start a business outside, and that was real successful, how to start a business outside. If you want to purchase it, you can click the link and purchase it. We have live classes, and then after that, if people are interested, I do offer the information afterwards. And they're juicy. It just depends on what subject resonates with you, because that's really what it is. But I'm out here and got my mango butter. What else do I have today? Let's see what I have. Got this huge umbrella. It feels so good. I don't know if you can see me before, but this umbrella, I just love it. Let's see what we got. I got baby powder, and I have baby powder musk. I don't carry just regular baby powder. I do the musk. Baby powder musk, pink sugar, and then I have my warm. I made a body scrub, and it is spicy sweet, and I had that today. And it's actually spicy sweet. It's for men and women. I'm gonna make some when I get home tonight. Real talk. I'm gonna make some when I get home tonight. Get my sugar, my coconut oil. If you want it thicker, you could use olive oil, and just get it on out and just make it. But out here this weekend with me, I'm gonna be doing the lemon flower. I'm gonna be doing the pink sugar. As far as burning oils and body oils, that's what I'm gonna do out here. Offer my people these scents. Tom Ford Noir, Gucci Guilty for men, and that's like people always ask for that. Gucci Guilty for men. What other one do I have? Carlos Santana. Most of mine are requests. Oh yes, and thank you so much for people that comment on my video. Thank you so much. I just want to say hi in the video for the original Egyptian musk. Your sample pack is on the way, and you're gonna love it. And leave a comment and let me know. Just be honest, because in business, regardless of what business you're in, your feedback from people is what makes your business thrive. If the people or the audience you're serving doesn't like what you have, I don't think that's a good thing. So start carrying what you like, because that's what I did at first. I started at my job, I started carrying what I liked, and I kind of went from there. But the title of this video is, what's the difference between, not what's the difference, what's the advantages and disadvantages of outside vending? Now, when I started my business, I started it outside. After about 4 or 5 years, about 8 years, I went back inside. I just want to show you something out here. I'm just proving a point. The advantages and disadvantages of starting a business outside. Now, the call we had Sunday, that was how to start a business outside. This video is the advantages and disadvantages of starting a business. Now, check this out. See this area right here? I'm pointing to this area right here. That area right here where I am. See my umbrella and things like that? This is where I am. One disadvantage of starting a business outside is obviously the weather, right? The weather. Somebody would say it would be the weather. What do I do in the wintertime? What do I do when it snows? What do I do when it rains? And that's why you have a van, a vehicle. You're not just kind of standing outside willy-nilly like, I'm just standing here. You know, you have your van or whatever. Some people live inside of their van. But for business purposes, we're just going to say my protection is my van. Your van is like your office. So that's, you know, a disadvantage. It could be for the weather if you don't have shelter. But because there's some people vending and they're catching the train, I hear. They're catching the train with their stuff on their back and they're just going to set up. They don't have any vehicle or anything. They're just setting up their table, getting off a train station. New York, people in New York do this often. But me, myself, a disadvantage is the weather. Even though I have my van and things like that, I have my logo on my van, things like that, it's still a disadvantage when the weather. Because personally, me, I don't like the cold weather. I don't like the rain, actually. I don't like being wet, but I have my van to protect me. And sometimes you get caught in the rain. It's okay. It's all right to get caught in the rain. You have to like outside. That's one thing. You have to like outside, but the weather is a disadvantage. What would be another disadvantage of vending outside? Well, you can't go make a... Excuse me. It is towards the end of the day. It is kind of quiet, but people do beep. You can't go make a cup of coffee. You can't go to the vending machine and make a cup of coffee. What else is a disadvantage for outside? I'm trying to think. What is a disadvantage? The only thing I can really think of is the weather. You can't make a cup of coffee. You don't have a cubicle. So you can't sit back, you can't sleep. You know, that's another disadvantage, is it's hard to sleep outside because everybody sees you. Just like now, I'm making a video. I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere is watching me make a video. And probably a lot of my protection. You know, they're just wondering, what's she doing? But, so the disadvantages, what other one would be a disadvantage? Maybe I don't see any major disadvantages other than the weather. If you have a disadvantage of what it might be like, if you're like, oh, I want to start a business, I see her, but I'm afraid of, or I don't like, and put that comment down of what would be a disadvantage of you not starting a business outside. So I would say it would be the weather. You can't make a cup of coffee. You're not inside. You can't gossip with your friends. You can't bust out the internet. Although I have a laptop. I have a laptop out here. But I would not get on my laptop extensively because a customer might come up. Or somebody could be walking. I'm outside. And because I'm outside, it's not like you could relax and, you know, I mean, you can, but I think you should be on guard if you're outside because you're out in the elements, different people, cars driving by. So I think it would be wise to be on your toes. It's not like you could doze off on your job. You have to be on your toes. But one disadvantage is that I found, even though I always recommend people when they start a business outside, I always recommend that they start on a private lot where they know the owner, they have called the appropriate resources to get a business outside, and then they set up. Get a note, get your license and whatever, and before you start outside, on a serious note, try to see if people will stop first, and then after that you can go down and get your license. Or if you're just gung-ho, want to get your license, you can go down and get your license. And I don't say that to be sneaky, I say it because it's trial and error. Life is trial and error. So you don't know if you're going to like the outside or inside at all. Inside's different because once you're inside, you sign the lease. But outside, you kind of, you know, play around a little bit more. But one of the disadvantages I find, private lot or unprivate lot, is people that are lazy. I'm being honest. People that are lazy don't want to put in the work, and they see you standing outside, or they see you've made a kind of a presence and a halo and a barrier around what you're doing. Like, everybody knows that I'm on Livingston here in Columbus, Ohio. So once they know that you put up a barrier, here they come. That's why I showed you that spot over here. I wanted to show this to you. This spot right here. And then I'm there. I had some people come out. It was maybe 2 weeks ago or so. And they were selling like government phones and different things. Just gonna walk around. It's quiet. And that's why I chose to make my video at the end of the day. But it was it was government phones. They were set it up. And they set it up right on the corner there. Okay, fine. I'm over here. You're over there. But when cars come, it's kind of congested. And my thing is, why did you pick this spot anyway? that's another thing too. If you start a business outside of wherever you're starting it, start it for yourself. Walk out on your own. Walk out on faith. Don't try to disrespect another person. Anyway, they were overcrowding me actually, because they set up here because they're like, oh, people come here, we're going to set up here and get our numbers or whatever. I understand that they get commission when they set up with the free phones. Everybody knows that. When you see a free phone, you're going to see people coming because they want something free. They want a phone. Maybe they can't afford one. And that's another thing. I say it's a disadvantage, but at the same time, I met a couple of nice people. They were like, oh, I've been here since, I've been seeing you since I'm 10 years old. I've been seeing you since I'm, you know, it was younger people. I'm with welfare. They were disabled, some of them. But that's what let me know that everybody is not my customer. But that's a disadvantage to me. But they're not here anymore. Like I said, private lot. So it's always better to do your homework, get your private lot going on. And it's wonderful like that. But just say I would have just set up out here years ago with no permission or anything, or say I wasn't even consistent. You know, how would it be? But at any rate, those are the disadvantages. If you have any disadvantages, let me know. But that's one, people stepping on your toes, or people trying to take over what you've established. When the weather time changes out here, everybody and their mom, everybody and their sister, they want to sell their grandma's pillows, their dad's old ties, and the old Spice perfume too, if they could. And that's fine. But be mindful. Don't bogart anybody's spot. Set your own pace. When I first started out here, nobody stopped. Nobody stopped for me at all. They were looking at me like I was a nut. But that's okay, because it's consistency. And then people are not trustworthy. You have to kind of prove yourself. So that's what I would say a disadvantage. One would be the weather. Two would be no knowledge of outside vending, no knowledge of what you actually need to set up. And three would be intruders. I'm going to call them intruders because they're intruders. People that will just come over and set up next to you, or they don't know you, but all of a sudden they want to be your friend. And let me set up over here. I got some jewelry at my house. I got some old blankets. You know, whatever they can bring out to set up next to you, and you've established something. So that could be a real disadvantage. But there are so many advantages to it. I think it's the freedom. Freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom of the universe. Just the breathing in that good ass air. Winter time, fresh air, summertime, spring air, autumn air. It's just the freedom, just the outdoor freedom. And it's just, it's a freedom like no other. And it's a protection. It's a leaning and clutching on the unseen. The leaning and touching God, Buddha, Jehovah, Allah, all the deities. Any religion that you are, it's kind of like I'm out here. Please protect me. I used to say a prayer every day when I used to come out. Oh ancestors, blacker than 1,000 midnights. Please protect me from demons, colorful and colorless. And that's what I used to say. That's what I used to say. I didn't say anything else but that. And I used to say it every single day for years. And I still say it now. But the advantage of starting a business outside is the freedom. It's a great marketing tool. It's a great advertising tool. It's like no other. It's untraditional, and I love it, because in business you got to be different and you got to be untraditional. Like my grandmother used to always tell me, be a leader, don't be a follower. And I think that's good. Starting a business outside is a form of leadership. It really is. So I'm out here just hanging out. What's going on with you? I got my bottles, I got my stacks going on, like I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready for the weekend with all my oils, and they're just different ones, and I just love them all. I just love them all. This is my anointing oil. I have a little bit left. Wait a second. Got a little bit left. This is my anointing oil. It came in a glass bottle. I had this since wintertime, so it's been hanging out with me. And I do the anointing oils. I'd sell them in the little bottles, like these. That's right here. That's my little pink sugar bottle. I love that. I mix pink sugar with patchouli. I mix pink sugar with black gold. I mix pink sugar with my fuga. I mix pink sugar with Burberry Sport. I mix it with Gucci Guilty. I mix my pink sugar with everything. And don't forget my original Egyptian musk. I mix it with that too. But just hanging out today. Just talking about the advantages and disadvantages of starting a business outside. Are you going to start your business this year? Hope to see you on the call or hear you. I hope to hear you on the call. And this Sunday, 7 p.m., we're going to have a call, via conference call, how to do it in business. Whatever your product is, bring your pen, bring your pencil, and I hope to see you Sunday. Or, not see you, I keep saying see you, I'm seeing you here. Talk to you on the phone. Have a great day.